President Lauder, Mr. Schneider, friends of Jerusalem, friends of Israel, welcome home to Jerusalem. Let me start by wishing us all, success, happiness, and health in working for Israel in this coming sessions. Clearly, we have many, many challenges ahead of us. The international Jewish challenge, the Israeli challenge, many of them, by the way. With your permission, I would like to focus on one very important challenge we all have together. And let me summarize it by one word: Jerusalem. We all know that Jerusalem is in the heart and soul of the Jewish people for thousands and thousands of years. And walking the streets of Jerusalem, seeing what we've accomplished in the last 60 plus years and 40 plus years of United Jerusalem, clearly I think the Jewish people can have a moment of patting ourselves in the back and being very proud of the accomplishment so far and having Jerusalem at its current state. But I think it would be very honest for us at the same time of patting ourselves in the back to realize that we're facing a number of challenges in the future of the city of Jerusalem. On a yearly basis, Jerusalem is losing 17,000 Jews that decide to migrate out of the city to other places. And if we extrapolate the ramifications of 17,000 Jews on a yearly basis, that translates to losing 1% Jewish Jerusalem every 3 years. We are now 65% Jews in Jerusalem. Extrapolate into the future, if current trends continue, we are risking losing majority of Jewish people in Jerusalem as soon as 2035. Now, that's not exactly the Jerusalem we all anticipate. And it is not an impossible task to change those trends. As a matter of fact, it clearly can be done. Defining a goal of keeping Jerusalem Jewish, united, strong, is one of the most important tasks of the Jewish people, and we must not neglect it. Personally, as mayor of Jerusalem, I'm totally committed to focusing on that goal, keeping Jerusalem Jewish, keeping it united, strengthening it. And I am telling you all, as shareholders of the city of Jerusalem, that we must look into the future with very clear, open eyes and understand that in order to take that undertaking, which is very important for the Jewish people, that means actions, that means dedication, that means leadership, that means alliances of many, many factors in making that happen. I personally left as an entrepreneur, as a Jerusalemite, Yerushalmi, all my life. I left all my business career 6 years ago in understanding and focusing on that task. And today, as mayor, less than 2 months in position, there's no doubt in my mind that it can be done. It's a feasible task. And in order to keep Jerusalem strong, we have to focus on a number of elements. The same elements that are causing the young, the medium, and high socioeconomic groups to leave the city of Jerusalem. And we have to focus on stimulating our economy, on getting our act together in getting enough housing for the young and educated people that want to stay in Jerusalem, and we have to focus on the education system. Naturally, we have to manage Jerusalem and in a much, much better and more aligned and focused manner. One of my goals, which is a common goal for us all, is how to turn Jerusalem to become a destination site for tourists throughout the world. Jerusalem has huge potential. We cannot accept the fact that Jerusalem gets 2 to 3 million tourists a year, where other cities, leading cities in the world, like Paris, London, New York, get anywhere between 40 to 70 million tourists a year. It's a shame. It's a shame that most of you will not see a culture show in Jerusalem. There's wonderful culture here, but it's not geared and targeted to the opportunity of the global marketplace. We have to develop unique Jerusalem products and market them wisely in the global marketplace and promote the oldest brand in the world, 3,000-year-old brand called Jerusalem. We have to connect and align the interests of Jerusalemites, of the people of Israel that see Jerusalem as its capital, the Jewish people, you, representatives of all Jewish people throughout the world, and the over 3 billion people in the world that think and long to be at least once in their lifetime in the city of Jerusalem. These 4 circles, the residents, the country, the Jewish people, and the people throughout the world, we have, for their benefit, for those 4 circles, bring Jerusalem to the position of being the center of the world. That entails strategic alignment of the bodies I've talked about earlier, which is the municipality, the government, all of the Jewish bodies throughout the world, and of course, other players in the world. There's a lot to do, and I welcome you all to take part of building, rebuilding, strengthening the city of Jerusalem. Because again, we're all shareholders of the city. And as shareholders of the city, we cannot allow ourselves to the current trends to continue. And while we're all struggling with terror, with security, with problems throughout the world, remember one thing. Without a strong Jerusalem, without Jerusalem becoming the heart and soul of the Jewish people, a lot of the other things don't matter. And we mustn't forget that. And I would like to end my speech in saying, I hope you have a wonderful session, wonderful time, productive. And when you go back home, don't forget to send a message that Jerusalem is open for business. We want to build it with you for the generations to come. Thank you very much.